Ixion is a base building game with people to please and logistics to solve. There's some exploration and tech research to be done, all while managing the space station that can move around the universe. You need to ensure your citizens don't let the place fall apart, and also that they don't vent you out of an airlock. So, Ixion is not an easy game. Normally with base building games, we can take things at our own pace, with maybe the threat of outsiders attacking or people starving, but usually you'll continue in your post as leader even if your city is falling apart. This isn't the case in Ixion, as the commanding presence of the Tycoon, a mobile space station and interstellar vessel, decisions can be very costly. In my first playthrough, I somehow missed part of the tutorial. Yes, you can actively ignore parts of it, as it's the start of your playthrough each time, and so after my first EKP jump, I had no housing for my people. Instantly their trust was reduced, and within a short amount of time I was ejected from office and the nearest airlock. This wasn't helped by my first diplomatic decision reducing my trust massively. On to my second playthrough, and this time I fared somewhat better. Upon returning from the first jump, I did choose a different diplomatic message to my citizens, which resulted in the same loss of trust for some reason. Though with my people housed and fed, this didn't have the instant drastic effect as it did last time. I've just unlocked the second sector of the Tycoon, allowing me to expand my population and industry. Whether I skipped something in the tutorial text or if the mechanics simply aren't explained well, I initially hit a brick wall of not being able to build anything in this sector other than the workshop. This is the building that provides the minions that then build and carry all the other things for you. After some head scratching, it turns out you can only build things in a sector once you have opened up access to resources required. Once I sorted that, it was on with construction and expansion. At least I thought it was, until I ran out of workers. In order to handle this, I initially found I could migrate crew from Sector 1, but to manage this long term, I'll need to recover cryopods from space and wake up the people inside. This leads nicely to the exploration and mining side of Ixion. Once you're up and running, construction of a docking bay allows you to start producing smaller spacecraft. I've got a small fleet of logistical freighters and mining ships at this point, as well as a science vessel or two, and the freighters and miners are out collecting resources for me to use on the station. This is mostly automated, but probes must be constructed and used to find things in space. That could be a plump mining spot loaded with minerals, or an abandoned wreck floating endlessly through the cosmos. It could even be some frozen crew waiting for me to wake them up. The science vessels are used to interact with items in space. It might be that I need to communicate with this station or send a team to investigate that planet. This is all handled by my science vessels, which may then call in the aid of a freighter if things need moving. Science vessels can also be used to gather research points, which greatly speed up research in the tech tree. The tech tree itself is a fair size with numerous items to research and build. This includes upgrades to your buildings and other items, and whether specialisation is best pursued or whether I should just research everything I haven't decided yet, but it could lead to interesting replays if I can specialise a Tycoon in one way or another to be able to achieve my goals. Overall, Ixion is a fairly solid city builder and space survival title. I'm still early in the game, but the foundations it has laid have made me want to come back and play more. It feels a bit like Space Anno, with concentration shifting from my space station sectors to the star system map where I control my fleet, and each contrasts the other nicely. If you like space, it's also quite cool to just take in the atmosphere of your station floating in a system with it looking all pretty against whatever planet is its current backdrop. If you enjoyed this review, hit me with a like, and I'll see you in the void.